Hi, my name is Syahril Marhas 1181546.
Hi, my name is Zakwan bin Khairuddin 1181541.
Hi, I am Afiq bin Bahari 1181543.
So today we would like to present about security of the darknet and the topic of security in computer networks. Enjoy. Everyone use internet, and the internet that we use today is known as the clearnet. You are scrolling to your social media, watching videos in YouTube, searching for information in the Google. All of these are part of the clearnet. But you need to know more than that. There is something deeper than the clearnet, something that we call as the deep web. Deep web is a deeper part of the internet and cannot be found by using the traditional search engine like Google or Yahoo, and can only be accessed through a specific link or a direct link, and you may require a specific authorization or security access. And in the deep web, you can find the darknet. Darknet is an overlay network that can only be accessed through a specific authorization, configuration, or maybe browser, and which means that this network is really encrypted network. So content of the darknet, and you may call the content as the dark web, is basically way different than the internet that we use daily. So why do we choose this issue? So basically, the darknet will enable the user to hide his identity from other user, and having this great function, there's a lot of people out there trying to make use of it to have a bigger advantage in accessing the internet, either for good reasons or even for bad reasons. But even though hiding your identity is the first requirement to access the darknet, it still cannot ensure one's safety, because there is still a risk of other users to have access to your personal information, including your IP address and even your physical location. And not just that, there's even a risk of your device to be exposed to a malicious software that could be a bigger threat to your device. And having this issue, we decided to conduct this research that is related to the security issue in the darknet.
Moving to the objective of this research report, after we have a good look into this issue, we found out that it is important and necessary for all of the users to have a secure access before they go into the darknet. So, we would like to relate the topic from our syllabus, which is the security of computer network with the access of the darknet. And because of that, the objective of this research report is to study the differences in terms of security of the darknet and the clearnet. Moving to the findings of this research, in order to achieve the objective that I have mentioned earlier, we need to have our own findings, and that's why we explored many known resources regarding the what and how the security and computer networks operates in the clearnet and the darknet. Some of them are by reading research report done by scholars and watching explanation videos on YouTube and any other platform. To broaden our perspective, we also watched exclusive interview from the expert of the subject and a well-known ex-COVID that operates in the darknet. With the all resources gathered, we can conclude the findings into three main points. The first one is the security issues of the clearnet. The second one is how the security and the computer network of darknet works. And the last one is the suggestion about the security measures that need to be taken to access the darknet. Next, I will explain about the first finding of our report, which is the issues regarding the security in the clearnet. Put simply, the clearnet is a term used by the darknet user to define the regular internet accessible from any browser. It is in the clearnet where most people conduct business, have conversation, organize events, and anything else related to exchanging information. Activity in the clearnet is often monitored by larger organizations, often for the purpose of building more robust profile of users. This monitoring is often carried out covertly and may be completed by government, corporation, criminal organization, or individuals. A few issues regarding this act are data privacy violation, identity theft, and personal information misuse. A single company may possess the personal information data of millions of its customers. They are responsible in keeping the data private so that the customer identities stay as safe and protected as possible. With the recent incident of data breaches, data privacy has become a more important concern now than before. Facebook, for instance, has found guilty of harvesting the data of up to 87 million Facebook users and selling them to Cambridge Analytica, a data analytics firm. There were subsequent claims that the data may have been used to try and influence the outcome of the 2016 US presidential election and the UK Brexit referendum. Although only 270,000 people took the quiz, whistleblower Christopher Wilde alleged that the data of some 50 million users, mainly in the US, was harvested without their explicit consent via their friend networks. But Cambridge Analytica was not the only firm to have access to users' personal data. The data was gathered using Facebook infrastructure at that time, and many other developers had taken advantage of it without authorization. Because of the issues stated, many users has begun to realize the importance of anonymity while browsing the internet, and the Darknet provide them just that. While the Darknet has existed for a long time, it's only recently that it has gained much more attention. This is mainly due to the leaks by Snowden and the sudden rush people had to anonymize themselves.
We all have been talking a lot about the Darknet, but how does it really work? The Darknet is a worldwide decentralized network of hundreds of computers to create a series of routing points or nodes. So these nodes feature a form of layered encryption that often get compared to an onion, hence the name the Onion Routing Network, or Tor for short. So the question we want to answer here is, how does this encryption works? Firstly, in order to access any website, a computer must send a data request to the server where the website is housed. Under normal circumstances, that server will be able to see the IP address of the computer who sent the request. Tor, or the Onion Routing Network, prevent this from happening. The transmitted data is encrypted multiple times in layers and sent to multiple onion relays in the Tor network before finally heading out to the desired website. What makes onion relays unique is that each one of them only decrypts the location of the previous server and the one that comes next. No single onion relay ever truly knows what it is passing along, providing anonymity of the request. Because of this, upon receiving the request, the website cannot determine the original source. All it can see is the location of the last relay in the Tor network. The information is then sent back through the onion relay route and back to the original computer. We have stated before, there are many and countless dangers and security concerns surrounding the Darknet. Some of them are data breach, malicious software, government monitoring, scams, and many more. So here, we would like to provide security measures that need to be taken to access the dark web to prevent this from happening. Pay close attention. Number 1, use dark web browsers to conceal your data by hiding your IP address. Many dark web browsers today, for example, I2P, Freenet, Disconnect, Whonix, and the Tor browser, which is the most famous one, has many more extra features to provide security to the users. Number 2, users can also use a virtual private network, or VPN for short, for extra security. Some of the best VPN to access the Darknet are NordVPN, Surfshark, ExpressVPN, and CyberGhost. Number 3, don't maximize the browser window. Leave the browser windows at their default size because maximizing them allows websites to determine the size of your monitor. This suggestion may not seem significant on its own, but combined with other data, it may provide the extra information websites need to identify you. Number 4, in the web, don't search in the web using Google. Google is known for respecting its users' privacy, so to continue using it in the darknet is rather self-defeating. Number 5, and lastly, never share your real email address in the dark web.
So the conclusion is, many people fear the dark web for its dangers and unknowns. People think it's a place where people sell drugs, a marketplace for assassins and many other dangerous things. But what people don't realize it is that there are benefits of using the darknet.
So here we have provided the 101 of this dark side of the net. We have explained that the security issues of the regular net made users use the darknet. We also have showed the differences between the darknet and the regular internet and how it works in detailed points. In addition to that, we also provided safety precaution in accessing the darknet.
But most importantly, whether you are scrolling the feed of your social media accounts on the clearnet or surfing the marketplace on the darknet, be smart and wise. No doubt that the internet is a wonderful place to participate in, and we are very lucky to be in this era of its peak. But remember, it is also a place of mystery and uncertainty. That's all. Thank you.